I guess if there's anything that I could say in terms of introductory regard with robots based on its pitch, my general oppositional spirit, whether it be in the context of this channel and statements I've made, or more so my personal life, or just, privately thinking about where the position of where society is in the world today, my oppositional spirit towards the heightened advancement and innovative integration with technology and society paired together is not as disastrous as could be imagined. And granted, you could look at maybe every cinematic fare in the sci-fi space and say, oh, that's, very much true. Like, we're not in Terminator land yet. But robots, I think, maybe this is going to be an endearing movie. We'll see together. It's a rom-com, and I tend to inquire on many of these on the channel because they are rather endearing, even for someone like me who's been lifelong in singleness with the aspirations of being in a relationship whenever that happens, God willing. We'll see. I don't know. And admittedly, Shailene Woodley and Jack Whitehall are big names and casting draws to me. And again, I'm always game for a good rom-com. I like both genres in particular, especially when they're brought together. And I, as I've said, gauge a lot on this channel. So we'll see where robots goes. I just find it kind of funny to consider, again, the side of technology and where our world is, and be like, well, we're not, to the future of where we could be, because maybe robots, if this were reality, would be going a bit too far. If you want some background on the movie, in case you're unfamiliar with the project, this is what IMDb specifies about it. Charles is a womanizer, while Elaine is a gold digger. What a match. The duo learn humanity, that's oddly worded, when forced to team up and pursue robot doubles themselves. Maybe they meant to say, like, they get a better realization of what makes a human being a human being. I don't know. I'm a bit of a grammar fanatic. I come from an English major, so I'm looking at this going, well, like, it's kind of confusing, at least in the way you've worded it. So they've got robot doubles of themselves, and perhaps that's going to be the lesson learned, that they're taught, well, maybe we don't need these, in our romantic life, I guess. Or there's benefits to humanity. So maybe if there's any grievances between the couple, perhaps the robots will be the reality check. I don't know. I mean, how would you feel if there were a robot double with you? I mean, we've seen other projects that maybe go down, different genre lines with similar threads. I mean, I kind of find it funny. The poster, yes, it's silly. I mean, I'm already getting the comedy vibe pretty strongly. I just look at the future, I'm like, I'm scared if we're to go that far in terms of, like, robot relationships. Maybe it'll be like, we can learn, maybe there will be beneficial lessons on part of the robots. Should I say it? Coupling up? That just kind of came. Didn't mean that to be so ardent expression. That's a little unusual for me. Alright, anyway, robots. Let's gauge it together for the first time. Oh, it's a Neon movie, too. I've liked a few of their offerings.
Sorry, I wasn't looking where I was going.
Are you okay?
Yeah, fine. Okay? Thanks, bye.
Here, it's my fault. Let me help you up. I'm Elaine.
Connection made over ice skating. That is a very romantic setting.
Tasks Americans once did.
Thomas Newton
Boy, we're lazy.
28 years after he had an illegal robot double of himself.
You hear that, robot?
Yes, Charles.
We need to be more careful.
Nice glutes. I didn't need the picture, thank you very much, but...
I'm glad you've met a nice young lady.
I need you completely focused on getting her horizontal for me.
Put yourself on deprogram now, C2.
This Charles guy really wants to bang me, so he'll have to take over tomorrow, too. Yes, Elaine?
Just don't want the night to end.
I feel the same way.
Admittedly, I do prefer cleaner rom-coms.
I've never done this before.
1, 2...
Literally coupling up. Boy, that was prophetic.
So has the robot couple.
You were dating a robot all along.
You two and I are running away together. Don't try to stop us.
Goodbye, Elaine.
Goodbye, Charles.
Let's just talk about this.
Devious.
Don't do it. Childish.
This is terrible. They've completely stolen our lives.
I'm gonna get a real job.
We hunt them down and we kill them.
2 cappuccinos.
So this became a rom-com murder thriller. I mean, it's got a good pitch.
You want to get married immediately.
Let's go.
Go where?
To stop our wedding.
Your disgusting joyride is over.
Hey, I get to shoot me.
Sorry, I couldn't resist.
Well, fine, then I'm shooting you. That's not fair.
swimming to shore.
Oh my God.
Shoot her again!
She's deprogrammed now. She's feral.
Oh my. Admittedly, again, like I said, I do prefer cleaner projects, but I will give kudos to the script on this because it is rather funny. And the idea of it turning into, again, our robot selves upended our romantic lives. It's a clever idea. So then turning into an action thriller with a side of murder. You know what? I like the pitch. As I said, though, this is a little more expressive than I normally like. Like, I would prefer, as I said, the sophistication of the script with a cleaner production. Like, I for sure did not need the robots to go in plug meets outlet mode. The puns just write themselves in this case. Look, I think both leads are great, and Neon Studios does, I don't know if that's their official name, but the studio in Philly, or Attribution here, I find them to be strong, at least on pitch and delivery, and maybe I haven't seen every project that they've done, but I've seen a couple that have turned out well, in my opinion, and I've gauged, many of it personally on this channel that I've said, I've given compliments to. So, on script and idea, and on VFX work in terms of maybe some of the robot attributes, done well. Execution-wise, it is a very endearing film and energy, and I do like its coverage of unexpected detours that make it a singled-out film in my mind that does depart perhaps from what some would say with a romantic scene, a rom-com scene, can be typical, at least in destination, in feeling. This is a little more, how do I say this? It's confusing to the viewer in the sense that it's unpredictable, and I find that charming. So on that note, I'm endeared. But then in other places, I'm like, well, if I can't watch this around people, that would be an awkward watch. And admittedly, like I said, I prefer a bit of a cleaner realization myself. But I will speak fondly of its caliber. I find it to be a generally funny film, on part of it being a bit of an awkward watch in parts, and yet it's unconventionally interesting. And I think it is a great testament, don't necessarily welcome maybe this could be a part, like I said, there could be a social commentary side to this being like, well, Americans, we really are lazy today. It's like, how many more types of expressions within what's supposed to be experienced in a human's life, even the less than desired, we can't just trade away our existence to robots. Lesson learned, right? Maybe, I love the idea with this movie, again, on the competition between robot and humanity. I think that is really clever. So again, I have to speak to credits of the script, and if there is any lessons to be learned on part of what we as a society can reflect on, maybe we should cherish human experiences and not go too far with we create synthetic duplicates. That will make us look bad and inferior. But perhaps we can learn things. I don't know. We can steal the benefits once we decommission the robots. I don't know. Anyway, it's funny. What are your thoughts on this project in particular? Like I said, I will speak in compliment to its script, its casting, and its energy. I think it is fun. I would just prefer, again, more limitation on the expression. I didn't certainly not need to see everything here, and of course I gave you the cleaner version, at least, but I could illustrate it's cleaner for the most part. And even my take's gonna have to put some boundaries, I think, the way the film is realized, at least in the trailer. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments down below if you wish to provide feedback on the movie and your perspective for consideration. Again, I'm charmed by it. I do tend to prefer, as I said, more wholesome, appropriate watches for general settings, because, you know, it's fun to watch romantic comedies as well in the company of others. Even, especially when you're single and you're around, I didn't necessarily have this personal experience, but I've certainly seen it in other places, when you're around a bunch of other single people, you can commiserate. You know, if this were more toned down a bit in the visual side, it would be a good group watch, I think. It'd be rather funny, and it would appeal, I'm sure, to many, you know, couples as well. I do find it a bit limited in that scope, that it might be to some audiences inaccessible. But I, again, will speak fondly of its script and ideas. And the casting, I think, comedy-wise, it truly delivers. Thank you so much for watching this video. Before you bounce, feel free to drop a like and comment, subscribe to this channel with a ding on the bell, and share this video with your friends. And consider checking out the description here. There you'll find links to my other channels, as well as addresses to my other social media accounts and ways you can help support my work if you feel so inclined. May God bless you, and looking forward to when our paths cross again.